Well, good evening, folks, or good morning, good afternoon, good night, whatever time it is, wherever you are in the world. Quincy Kane here, and this is live stream number 104. And for this particular stream, I'm going to let you guys choose my set list. So I've got a list of original songs that you can find in the description. And actually, I'm remembering now I need to post the list of songs in the chat over on Twitch, so I will do that now. But yeah, whatever song you would like me to play, just let your request be known, and I'll play that song just for you. But right now, let's catch up with the chat. We got Jack, and I think Avoid just tuned in. Hey, you all. Hope you're all doing well. Hope you've all had a good week. We were just kind of talking, Jack and I were talking our past week and how things had been. Avoid, how are things going for you? How's your week been? Did you have a good Halloween? Get to celebrate with any family or anything like that? I was sharing on Sunday, we had a little event at our church. We had a bunch of different stations, each with a different theme. It was actually like holidays for all the year. So there was like a Valentine's Day station, there was a Christmas station, there was a Thanksgiving station, but they were all giving out candy, and then all the kids were dressed up. I dressed up too. I wore my Napoleon Dynamite costume and just kind of showed up. And it's kind of funny. A lot of people, it took them like, a second look to kind of figure out who I was. They're like, "Who is that?" And they're like, "Wait, that's Quincy." The hair and the big glasses kind of make me look a bit different. So everyone had to take kind of a double take. So that was kind of funny. And we had like carnival games there and stuff. So that was all the kids seemed to enjoy that. And I was telling Jack that this week I've been working on my next release. It is a song you guys have heard of. I think you guys should be familiar with my track Brothers to the End. So that's the one I'm working to release next. I've got the guitars tracked, and I did the vocals this week. So now I just have to edit those things and then get on with the mix. So far progress is going good on that. So I'm happy about that. So definitely excited to release that for you guys. I hope you've all had a good week so far. Catching up with the chat here. Jack was replying to me saying, well, that's cool. I didn't get any trick-or-treaters. I kind of live, so I'm in Virginia, and I'm kind of in the, I don't know what you call it. I don't want to say the country, but, like kind of the back roads. Like I don't live in town. And so we do have our privacy. So if we got any visitors, it would probably just be like friends or family or something that would kind of slip by. So it's not like I've never had like that Halloween. I combined Hollywood and Halloween. So I've never had that Halloween experience that you have. Or that you see in movies a lot, where it's kind of that neighborhood of all the houses right next to each other, and all the kids are just running across the street, at night. That always kind of looked fun to me. Like as a kid, I always thought that'd be kind of a fun thing to do. My parents did take me trick or treating, but we kind of drove around and just went to friends' houses and stuff. So I would think that my siblings did a similar thing with their kids. But again, I don't know. But either way, Halloween, I think I watched a scary movie. What did I watch? I think I watched Dead Silence. I know I watched that this week, but I'm just trying to remember if that's what I watched. Have any of you guys seen Dead Silence? It's actually just a really good like ghost story. It's kind of it's about a it has to do with like ventriloquist dummies and that kind of thing. So it's like a husband trying to solve a mystery, trying to figure out who sent him this ventriloquist dummy. And after they received the package, his wife was murdered. And so he's going back to this town where it sort of originates from, and kind of goes on a mystery to sort of solve that. And apparently he's got some history there. I think it's a town where he grew up or something. So, but yeah, kind of a fun, spooky movie. So anyway, guys, I'm going to go ahead and kick things off with an instrumental. But like I said, you guys get to choose my set for this evening. So whatever song you'd like to play, if you look in the description on YouTube, you'll see a list of all my songs. And just if there's one you like, just pick it out and I'll play it for you. Now, if you're not familiar with any of my songs, just pick a title that sounds interesting, and I'll play it for you, and we'll find out if you like it or not. So, but I'm going to start things off with an instrumental, and we'll see how things go. And grab my guitar. And here we go. Okay, I might have to take a mulligan. Hadn't played that one in a while, and like my fingers are really cold, and so that's let me figure out. Man, I was hoping I'd play that solo better. I'm gonna try that solo again. 1 second. Better, that's a tough one. All right, let's catch up with the chat. If you're just tuning in, don't be shy. Say hello. And let me know what song you'd like me to play for you. Of course, I'm just performing originals, so that's all I got backing tracks for. And that's all I'm really prepared to play, so... all right, catching up here. Hey, thanks for the applause, y'all. We got Stan in the chat. Hey, Stan, hope you're doing well. Hope you've had a good... Oh, we got Michael in the chat, too. Hey, Michael, hope you're doing well. Let's see. I'm scrolling back up to the top. Yeah, Jack was saying the culture around here has changed a lot. That may be why there are no trick-or-treaters. That might have something to do with it. But, yeah, again, I kind of feel like just where I live, that's not going to be a common thing. But thanks for the fire avoid. Appreciate that. And, yep, good to have Michael in the chat. Jack says, I've seen Dead Silence. I think the main guy in it was in the HBO series True Blood. I thought it was okay. I watched a few Halloween movies. Cool. Yeah, definitely. Usually the month of October, yeah, I kind of like to watch Halloween-themed things. Either it doesn't necessarily have to be scary movies, but like I watched Casper the other day. That's like a feel-good movie of mine to watch. So, but whether they're fun, scary, whatever they might be, but that's one I've always kind of enjoyed. So, yeah. Jack says R.I.P. Matthew Perry. Watching Friends now kind of makes me sad. Yeah, I'd heard that he passed recently, and that's very sad. Always hard to lose someone like that. And yep. Got some hellos happening in the chat here. Yep, Stan. Hey, good to have you. Hope you're doing well. Hey, thanks for the applause, Jack. Appreciate that. Thanks, Stan. Sounds great. Thanks for the fire. And then I guess, so it looks like we've got a request from Stan for Move On, unless you were telling me to move on from the solo, Hey, we got Independent Mini United. Hey, Quincy and all. Indy, hope you're doing well. How's your week been? Did you dress up for Halloween or give out candy or anything like that? I'd be curious. So, but let me know. But yeah, hope you're all doing well. I know Michael had written. I guess you wrote. Did you write that song? He performed a song on the Halloween special that we did with the community, and I know you shot a video for it. And did you write that specifically for that event, or was that kind of a song you had and you just shot a video for it? I don't know, but that was cool, and I think you've posted that on your channel now, if I'm correct. I'm not sure. You might have to let me know if that video is available to be rewatched. Yeah, let me know, because that was cool. Definitely check that out if that is indeed available. So, but yep, I hope you're all doing well. In a little bit here, I'm going to go ahead and play that song for Stan. He made a request for Move On. But if any of you would like to request a song, there is a link in the description. Well, actually, it's not a link. I'm used to saying links in the description. There's a list in the description. You can find all my songs. They're all my original songs. And whichever one you'd like to hear, just call it out, and I'll play that song just for you. Now, if you're not super familiar with my catalog of music, well, just go through the titles and just pick one that sounds interesting to you, and I'll play it for you, and we'll both find out if you like it or not. So, yeah, Michael says, yep, I wrote it just for that. Well, it turned out great. Yep, it was good. And then Stan is confirming, LOL, the song. Yep. All right, well, cool. I'll play that song for you in just a moment here. Again, got some hellos happening in the chat. Okay, and we got another request from Jack. I'm going to request Say That It's Over. Okay, cool. I'll play that one for you as well. Michael says, it's up on my channel, Unhuman. Okay, Unhuman's the name of the song. And yep, if you go to his channel. So guys, definitely check that out. It came out really cool. So yeah, awesome stuff there. Just to give you guys kind of a little update, I've been working on, I've been doing a bit of recording these past couple weeks. I was recording some guitars last week, and I got some vocals recorded this week. And vocals just went, I don't know, they went really well. Like, I felt really good about them. Now, I could listen back and be like, yeesh, that did not sound as good as it felt in the moment, you know? But as far as I can tell, like, lately, just over the past, like, couple years, like, I've been working on my vocal technique a lot, and that has made a huge difference in recording vocals. It's been a much more enjoyable process and not, you know, not as stressful or worrisome or anything like that. So it's just been fun, you know, just fun to, yeah, just enjoy singing and just, like, you know, bring my music to life rather than, you know, being so caught up with, like, having to get it perfect. Hey, we got Todd Bushy in the chat. Thanks for tuning in. Yep. Check in. Great to see you tonight, Quincy. Well, I appreciate you tuning in, Todd. Hope you're doing well. If there's a song you'd like to request, a song of mine, you can find the list in the description and let me know what song you'd like to hear, and I'll play it just for you. And I hope you had a good Halloween weekend and all that. We're moving on to, man, crazy to think we're in November now, you know, we got Thanksgiving coming up. Yeah, and, you know, just getting close to the end of the year, but Thanksgiving's a fun one. You know, I mean, I know a lot of people like the food and stuff, and it is good, but Thanksgiving's not like, it's not like a holiday that I, like, you know, get hyped over or anything like that. It's just like, okay, cool, yeah, Thanksgiving's coming up, so, you know, looking forward to seeing some family and stuff, but and cool. Yep, sounds like sharing around the Discords. I guess if you're talking about Unhuman. Yep. Michael's song. Yep, definitely be sure to share that. All right, let me go ahead and play some songs for you guys. We had a request from Stanley for my song "Move On," so I'm going to go ahead and play that one for you guys. Give me just a second here to get my backing track set up. Here we go. All right. Yep, so this song was requested from Stan, and if any of you would like to make a request, feel free to do so. All right, Stan, this one goes out for you. This is Move On.
Stay strong.
You know it's not over. When you find yourself at the end of your rope, you know it's not over. You've been down this road more than once before, and it won't stop you this time. Say how far you've come. Stay strong. You can move on. So move on. See how far you've come. Stay strong. You can move on. Thank you. That one was called Move On, and that was requested by Stan. Stan, thanks for the request. If anyone else would like to make a request, a song request, just let your request be known, and I'll do my best to play it for you. Again, I am doing originals. You can find my list of songs in the link. I mean, I keep saying link in the description. You know, in the there's a list in the description. So let's catch up with the chat, and then I'll play another song for you guys. We had another request from Jack, so I'll play that in a moment here. Again, we do have Thanksgiving coming up, so I might go ahead and ask, last month, we might have to ask like something like this every month. Last month we were asking, what was your favorite Halloween candy? Now I got to ask, of course, what's your favorite Thanksgiving food? That's coming up now, so yeah, you guys will have to let me know. All right, catching up with the chat here. So, yep, some hellos. Jack says, if you haven't seen it, Quincy, check out Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. It's a movie that gets better for me every year, and it's not a slasher like the other Halloween films. Interesting. I'll make a little note of that, and I'll be sure to check that one out. 1 second. Which I know I've seen bits of like the original Halloween. And I'd have to see it again to really assess it, because sometimes like those movies that have like a series and a bunch of sequels and stuff, there's a reason they get so many sequels. It's usually because the first one was really good. And so, but I don't know, some of those old slashers, like sometimes for the time they were kind of a breakthrough, but going back and rewatching them, they're kind of, I don't know, sometimes they just don't do it for me, but yeah, I'll be sure to give that one a try. Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. Yep, thanks for the suggestion. I do love movies, so, if anyone else, has any good movie suggestions, like, if anyone's seen anything good lately, and you're just like, hey, you should check this out, it was good. In case you're curious, October, I was watching, Halloween-themed, spooky, scary movies, that kind of thing, but I love action-adventure. That's probably my favorite genre. Good old, just action movies. Some of my favorites being, I don't know, like Casino Royale, Taken, the Bourne trilogy. I love the Mission Impossible series. John Wick, that's great, so that's kind of my bread and butter, the good action movies like that. So, yep, Stan says Turkey Day. Yep, it is on its way. Turkey Day is on its way. Shared this live stream. Thanks, Indy. I appreciate that. Yep, thanks for sharing. In fact, anyone who's watching, definitely be sure to, like the video, and I appreciate you sharing. That really helps me. That's my biggest goal, is just growing, building an audience. And so you guys that are taking the time to share, that means a lot. I really appreciate it. We got Sunshine, number one Sunshine in the chat. Hey, Quincy and everyone. Hey, thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you tuning in. Hope you are doing well. And hope you've had a good week so far. I'm taking requests for, I'm playing original songs of mine, so if you'd like me to play a song for you, there's a list in the description, and feel free to just pick a song, and even if you haven't heard it, just pick a title that sounds interesting, and I will play it for you. I just played a song called Move On, so everyone just heard that one, but if there's something else you're interested in hearing, be sure to let me know. In fact, I'll even, just a moment here, I'm going to post a link, so if any of you guys, if you hear a song and you like it, you like the way it sounds, and you want to hear it again, well, here you go. Here's a link, and then that way, you can check that song out again later. Just a few more comments here, and then I'm going to go ahead and play Jack's request. Stan says, thank you, sir. You're very welcome. Thanks for the emojis. Yep, thanks for the fire avoid. Appreciate that. Thanks. And Jack says, the first Halloween is great. Halloween 3 was meant to launch a seasonal anthology. That's interesting. Well, I'll be sure to check both of those out. Stan says, I love the gravy and stuffing and ham. Yeah. So, and. Yep, I see how it goes. Actually, stuffing's probably my favorite thing. I love the stuffing. That's a good, that's probably what I look forward to most around Thanksgiving time. That is my ideal meal. Cool. Well, awesome. Well, if any of you, if you've got a favorite Thanksgiving food, leave a comment. Let me know what you're into. If you're making food right now, I know some of you guys kind of like to listen to this while making dinner. If Michael's still out there, he has a tendency to be fixing dinner while I'm performing. So, so I'm curious, what's on the menu, Michael? What are you having for dinner if you are preparing dinner? So, all right, this was a request from Jack. Here's another song of mine. Hope you guys like it. Yeah. This one's called Say That It's Over.
Your smile so deceptive that it almost looks real. Well, it must be hard to fake what you do not really feel. You're hiding, I know it. Tell me what's on your mind. I only wish to help. Won't you let me back inside? Say that it's over. Tell me the truth just one last time. I promise I'll help you. If only you'll let me back inside. Let me inside. Your face shows no reaction when I call out your name. Your presence like a ghost. You seem so far away, and you know that I love you, but the words seem to have died. I just want this to end. Please let me back inside. Say that it's over. Tell me the truth just one last time. I promise I'll help you. If only you'll let me back inside. Let me inside. Drift your eyes, just look at me when I look at you, because you must realize you're barely holding on and I'm holding tight. Would you just please try? Don't give in, you have to fight. Why won't you hear my cry? I don't wanna say goodbye. say that it's over. Tell me the truth just one last time. I promise I'll help you. If only you'll let me back inside. Say that it's over. Tell me the truth just one last time. I promise I'll help you. If only you'll let me back inside. Say that it's over. And I don't wanna hear another lie. I just wanna help you. Please won't you let me back inside? Thank you. Again, that one was called Say That It's Over, and that was requested by Jack. Jack, thank you for the request, and yeah, hope you enjoyed it. Let's catch up with the chat here. If you're just tuning in, don't be shy, say hello. And I'm taking song requests for today's live stream. So you can find my songs listed in the description. And yeah, whatever song of mine you'd like me to play for you, just yeah, make a request and I'll play that song just for you. So thank you guys. Thank you for the the emoji and the kind words. Appreciate all that. Yep, catching up here. Oh, we got Conspiracy. Hey, we got Clay in the chat. Yep. Hope you're doing well, Clay. Appreciate you tuning in. Let's see here. Yep, catching up with the chat. Jack was saying Thanksgiving for us was last month. I think turkey is my favorite. Didn't get any this past Thanksgiving as it was like $100 for a freaking turkey. Man, that is expensive indeed. Well, hopefully, you know, as far as you know, I don't think it has to be I don't think there has to be a particular day to be thankful. That's for sure. So, you know, every day can be Thanksgiving as far as I can consider. And as long as you just get a chance to be with family and be thankful, I think that sounds great. So, I hope that went well. But yeah, that is pricey for a turkey. Jack says, stuffing is great when it's well made. I had one that included miniature marshmallows and sprinkles that I didn't like. Yeah, I wouldn't think of it. Like, I could see some sweetness being nice, but it seems more of a, like that, yeah, that doesn't seem like appropriate things to add to a stuffing. So. Thank you. Yeah, Clay says, great song. Appreciate that. Yeah, thank you for the kind words. Sunshine says, to Jack, my grandma used to put apples in her stuffing. That could be yummy. I mean, there's different kinds of stuffing. I think the stuffing I'm thinking of is usually more, I don't know, like turkey-based or something. It's like a turkey and some kind of, I don't know. I just eat it. I don't know what's in it, but, you know. But, you know, I'm sure, yeah, there's probably all kinds of different ways of doing it that taste just fine. Stan says, I love stuffing. It just tastes so much better on Thanksgiving. Kelly makes an awesome chicken and stuffing. Yeah, that does sound yummy. Some hellos happening. Jack says, Quincy, your vocals are especially powerful in this song, in my honest opinion. Well, thank you, Jack. I appreciate that. Yeah, and thank you all for the kind words and such, and the emojis. Well, hopefully I just gave a good performance. In case you're curious, so that song was actually about a friend of mine. So years ago, like shortly after I had graduated high school, it was probably like a year or so after high school, I had a friend of mine that I went to school with, and she and I were very close, but I think the last year of high school, she ended up going to a different school, and she found herself in a bit of trouble, and I remember she kind of just cut everyone off, and I was kind of thinking, you know, I'm her best friend. She'll let me through. Like, I just wanted to help her, but you know, she just you know, she cut me off too, and that hurt at the time, and you know, it's probably understandable. You know, at that age for myself, like I didn't quite maybe just understand the weight of what she was going through, and you know, couldn't just kind of, well, it wasn't even that I was bombarding her or anything. It's just that, you know, like she just, like I said, you know, she just kind of cut everyone off. So it wasn't like I was pressing or anything like that. But
but I looking back, I can understand like that was hard, but it's hard. It's hard caring about someone and just knowing that you can't do something to help them, or that they won't let you help them. And so I actually wrote 2 songs about her. One song is my song "For You." Some of you might be familiar with that one, and that's a bit more of kind of the frustrated side of that situation, just kind of expressing like, just that frustration of like just wanting to help someone, but you can't. And then this song is kind of the same thing, but more of like a pleading kind of perspective, more of like a, please, just let me help you, please, let me do something, so I've heard before that like that's kind of the interesting thing about music and songs in general is like, most songs, at least, a good song structure, typically you've only got like a couple verses, a chorus, and maybe a bridge to express like these complex emotions that you might be feeling sometimes. And so a lot of times you need to write more than one song to really express like a certain situation. And so I've, that was a couple, and there probably were a few more that I'd written. And there's still like a few songs that I've written about other situations where it's like, man, I can just, keep singing about this topic forever, it seems. It's just like you just have a lot of thoughts about it. So that's kind of the neat thing about music. But yeah, so that's kind of the heart behind that one, I guess, in case you were curious. But let's see, catching up here. Hey, we got Dennis in the chat. Dennis, I hope you're doing well. Hope you've had a good week. We were kind of, we've been jumping around a bunch of different topics, but we were kind of talking about favorite Thanksgiving food. So if you have a favorite Thanksgiving food, please let me know what you enjoy. So Jack was saying to Sunshine, I think apple could be good. Marshmallow and sprinkles are not. And then Sunshine agreeing, yes, marshmallows and sprinkles, that doesn't sound great. Yeah, that sounds more meant for a dessert than stuffing. Clay says, I'm looking forward to leftover Thanksgiving sandwiches, turkey and cranberry being my favorite. That is a good sandwich. That is, and, yeah, I can look forward to that too. It's almost like after Thanksgiving Day, that turkey sandwich with cranberry, like that is a good combination right there. So, it's very nice. Well, Stan had another pick. Stan was saying that was my next pick for you. So I may go ahead and play that. If anyone else has a request, just let me know. Again, you can find my songs in the description on YouTube. And yeah, just have a look. Even if you haven't heard one of my songs, you can just pick a title that sounds interesting to you, and I'll play that song just for you. So if anyone would like to make a request, let me know. I'll play Stan's in just a moment here, but if anyone else has a request and you'd like me to play it for you, just let me know, and I will do that. One other thing that I'm kind of I'm debating whether I should mention this or not. I don't think it's going to hurt, but I just don't want to like give the impression that this is going to happen like super soon. But I've been doing a lot of songwriting lately too, and today I made a lot of progress on a new song that I'm working on. Like, I've already had the chorus written, but I'd needed words for the verses and stuff, and yeah, really had a breakthrough the past couple days, and the song is like, I don't know, it's coming together. And so I'm hoping I'll have like a new song for you guys soon. Now, it won't be released yet. Like, it'll be a while till I can actually produce it and release it. But as long as I've written it, I can record a demo version that I can perform for you guys. So I'm really excited to bring you guys some new songs. And yeah, so I did make some progress in that today. Hey, we got Adria in the chat. I love your songs. Well, thank you, Adria. Appreciate that. If you'd like me to play one for you, yeah, just make a request. I'll play one for you. I've already played Move On and Say That It's Over. Now, if you really want to hear those, I'll play them for you again. But I did just play those, so just so you know. And then Stan just made a request for You. But if you've got a song request, if there's something I can play for you, please let me know. I'd love to play a song for you. Again, you can find my songs in the description on YouTube. Jack says, leftover turkey used to be turned into turkey pot pie. Always love that. That sounds pretty good. I'm not actually sure if I've had turkey pot pie. I love chicken pot pie, but and I like turkey, so I feel like turkey pot pie would be very good as well. So. Again, some hellos happening in the chat. And cool. So yeah, hope you're all doing well. So that's basically yeah, like I said, I'm did quite a bit of songwriting, so I'm hoping to have a new song for you guys maybe in the next few weeks or so. Of course, I say that, and then I'm scared that it's like, it's not going to be ready yet, but definitely excited to bring you guys some new music. And then, for those of you who hadn't heard, I've been doing a lot of recording lately. The next song I am planning to release is my song Brothers to the End, and that's coming along well. I got the vocals recorded for that this week, so now I'm in the editing process and going to be mixing soon, and yeah, there's a bit. So, if y'all want to know, I'm hoping to release it the week of the 20th this month. I'm hoping that song will be released by the end of this month. But, that's more of like a target for me. But if I miss it, then, aim small, miss small. That's kind of the point. I try to set like a goal just to aim for it. But, if I miss it, it might be like a week or two after that. But that's what I'm aiming for. So we shall see how that happens. Stan says, you can have so much fun with your song titles. I guess you're commenting on how I used my title when talking to Adria there, just saying for you. Yeah. I think you can do that with any song title. If there's a fun game that me and my friends used to play. There's not really like an objective to it. It's more like just a fun way to pass the time. But we would take an iPod and put it on shuffle. And I think we had like 2 iPods, and we hand them around on shuffle, and you couldn't say something in the conversation unless it was a song title. And so whatever song title you got, you had to find a way to inject it into the conversation. So, like if I were to use my songs, let's see, I'd say, all right, guys, time to move on from here. But no matter what happens, we'll always be brothers to the end, okay? Anyway, I got to get going, but hey, this is for you. And, I'm just going to erase myself from this conversation, So it'd be something stupid like that, We just kind of take song titles and just kind of inject them into a conversation somehow. So, that was always kind of a fun little game to play. Adri says, oh, that's awesome. Yeah, well, thank you. I'm glad you think so. So I think you were talking about, I saw that you had posted that. So actually, I'm guessing you're talking about not the game. It's like, wow, that game sounds awesome. I think you were talking about the new song that I'm looking to release, the song I'm looking to release, the next song. Yeah. So very cool. But yep, if anyone else has a request, please let me know and I'll play it just for you. I think I'm gonna go ahead and play Stan's suggestion here. He has suggested the song for you, but yeah, I'll if anyone else has a request, just let me know, and I will play it just for you. So here we go, and yeah, well, Stan made this request. We were actually talking a moment ago. I just played Say That It's Over, so if you just heard me play that song, if you just heard me play Say That It's Over, I was saying this was a song that I wrote for a friend of mine. This is another song that I wrote for the same friend, so if you listen to the lyrics, you might kind of notice like a similar perspective, a similar viewpoint of just kind of, wanting to be there for someone who isn't really letting you through to help them. This is kind of more an expression of kind of the frustration of that situation, but because it's hard, it's hard when you care about someone and you just like, but you can't control other people. You can only control yourself, and so if they don't want, anyone to, if they don't want to deal with anyone right now, you just kind of have to, let them be. And the best thing you can do is just go write a song about it. So, all right. So this one goes out to you, Stan. This one's called For You. Here we go.
With this loneliness, you think you're okay, but you've been tricked. I'm out here pleading, but you can't hear me. Your silent screams are deafening. was different. You made me like them, begged you to hold on, but you still let go. And from the distance, I can see what's missing, but you never listen, so you'll never know. Well, ignore my warning, just know that I'm sorry for you. And all this time, just know that I've tried for you. Come back to me, come back to me, come back to me, come back to me. And the closest friend and my deepest wound, my most painful scar, and I cherish you. Well, ignore my warning, just know that I'm sorry for you. And all this time, just know that I've tried for you. Come back to me.
Thank you. Again, that one was called For You, and that was a request from Stan. Thanks for the request, Stan. For anyone just tuning in, don't be shy. Say hello. I'm going to catch up with the chat here. And if you would like to make a song request, you can find my songs in the description. There's a list of songs there, and yeah, even if you haven't heard it, just pick a title that sounds interesting, and I'll play that song just for you. And let me go ahead. I can actually post those. I had played, let me find it real quick. I had played Say That It's Over a moment ago. There it is. So here is a link for that one, so if you'd like to hear that song again. Oh, thank you all. Thank you all for the emojis. And hey, we got Chad in the chat. Chad, hope you're doing well. Hope you've had a good week. Yep, hope everything is going good for you. And let me get one more link real quick. This is for the song I just played, For You. So if you'd like to hear that again, here's a link where you can find that. Here we go. All right, catching up with the chat now. Let's see here. Let's see. Yeah, Adria confirmed yes to the new song. How exciting! Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to bringing it. It's kind of interesting too because I'm kind of I'm kind of handling my songwriting a little differently. Well, I don't know if I'm going to spill all this on you guys, but mainly I'm one thing I'm trying to start with writing courses first, rather than I used to just write all the music and then write the lyrics, but I'm really trying to start with courses that I'm excited about and write words for that. And then so far that's proving to be helpful because like writing the verses was super easy, because I already had my course, so it was kind of or I'm not going to say super, but compared to what it can usually be, it was a lot easier to figure out like what to sing about in the verses because I already had my chorus finished. So you're just kind of trying to build up to that or support that or contrast to that, you know. So it's a little easier. It gives you some guidance for the rest of your writing, rather than just wandering around trying to figure it out. So, so again, I don't know, you know, how quickly it's going to come about, but I hope it comes soon because I would love, you know, I've been wanting to bring you guys some new songs for a while now, and it can be a little tricky, but I'm trying to do a little more. I've been kind of shifting things a little bit. Like I'm still going to be making content, of course, but one thing I've kind of been learning as I'm doing this is like sometimes it's easy to kind of tip the scales a little bit where, you know, you're almost putting so much effort into making content that you're not actually making music. And so I'm kind of trying to tip that scale back a bit. And I'm hoping that basically, you know, if I can just focus on making new songs, then as I produce those songs, that's going to feed my content. Like that's going to give me content to make specifically, rather than just trying to scratch up content just so I can stay, you know, just so I can look active online, you know, like I'd rather just write more songs anyway. So yeah. So I've been trying to do a lot more songwriting lately, and definitely excited to bring some new stuff. Thanks, Stan. Well, Stan says they just go together. So I don't know if you're talking about the two songs. I think so. I think that's what you're talking about. Or if you were talking about like Thanksgiving food or something, you know, if you're talking about we were talking about turkey and cranberry sandwiches. So I don't know if you're doing, they just go together talking about the sandwich or talking about my two songs. Write a song about it with squealies. Which is, I mean, yes, there is that main riff in For You has those squealies in there. Adria says, amazing job, go Quincy, rocking it. Thank you, Adria, appreciate the kind words. Adria, I hope you and your family had fun with Halloween. I saw a few pictures and it looked like your kids were all dressed up and ready to go and had some decorations and stuff. We had a fun event at our church, and I wore my Napoleon Dynamite costume to that. Some people had to do a double take. They weren't really sure, like, who is that? And they're like, wait, that's Quincy. The hair and the glasses were kind of throwing them off. So, but it was fun. Yep, got some hellos happening. Yep, thank you for the kind emojis, everyone. And Stan pointing out that line, my most painful scar. Yeah, the bridge there says, you're my closest friend and my deepest wound, my most painful scar, and I cherish you. And yeah, it's just... I think it just kind of expresses how, you know, someone can hurt you, but they can still mean so much to you. And yeah, that's pretty much all that is, you know. And now, in case some of you are wondering, you know, thankfully, you know, I think she's doing a lot better these days. She's definitely had some challenges, but you know, we've certainly caught up since then and talked, and you know, so when I originally wrote these songs, it was, you know, kind of back when all that experience was kind of fresh, and you know, actually, some of you might remember a while back, I had entered in this Tony Hawk contest. I don't know if you guys remember that, where I had an opportunity to meet Tony Hawk, and she was actually one of my biggest supporters for that, which was like super sweet of her to help me with that. But you know, I don't get to see her a lot or talk to her a lot, but you know, I do see her and stuff. So yeah, so that's the most update I have on that. So, but thank you all. Yep, hope you're all doing well. We got a request from Chad. Could you play Erase Myself and Weight of Tomorrow? Asking if I play. I haven't played either of those yet. Yep, so whichever of those you'd like me to play, and we may even have enough time, you know, I can do both of them. But yeah, whichever one you want to hear first, Chad, let me know, and I will play that just for you. Yep, Stan confirmed that. No, he is not. You are in luck. Yep, that's right. Hashtag vote for Pedro. Yep. I will say now that I actually really want to watch Napoleon Dynamite, because for the month of October, I've just been watching like scary movies and stuff. But now that Halloween's, you know, October's over, so I can kind of just, you know, go back to watching whatever. So yeah, so that's, so after dressing up like that, I was like, you know, I need to watch that movie again. It's been a while since I'd seen it, and you know, I love it. So, but that's right. Yep, Napoleon Dynamite. That's hilarious. Yep. Yeah, that was a fun costume to be. I'm hoping, you know, again, that was kind of a costume that I'd had before. I wore it for like a skate video, but I hadn't worn it to too many like events or anything like that. So it was kind of one that I just had saved, and I was able to pull it out and throw it together again. but I do have some ideas for some costumes that I'd love to like be able to build. But sometimes these days it's hard to like find time to actually craft a costume. So we'll see if that happens. All right, we got a request for Erase Myself. All right, I'm going to play that for you in just a moment here, Chad. Stan says, I didn't get to do my Wolverine this year. Maybe next year. Yeah, Stan's got some Wolverine claws. So, yep, you just got to get your hair spiked up and just shave a little bit, get you the sideburns, and you'll be good to go, you know. And maybe, maybe you could work out this year so then next year you're, like, ripped, you know. If you want to be as big as Hugh Jackman. So, but, or you could just do the claws in the hair. I think that'll be enough, So... All right, let me go ahead and play Chad's request. If anyone else is just tuning in and you'd like to make a request, you can find my songs in the description. And just let me know what song of mine you would like me to play for you. And I will do that. Now, if you're not super familiar with my songs, no worries. Just go through the set list and just kind of pick a title that intrigues you. Just find one that sounds interesting and make that request. I'll play it for you, and we'll find out if you like the song or not. So, all right. This one goes out to Chad. This one's called Erase Myself. I'll brace myself for all this pain, erase myself and start again. Grab a hold of me and throw show me the flame that burns inside of me, and I'll brace myself for all this pain, erase myself and start again, and I'll face myself with honesty, erase myself and start again. Yeah, yeah. Without the refiner, it's time to change what used to define me. Resist the pain, I have to keep fighting. Ignite the flame, it's deep down inside me.
It hurts at first, but worth all the pain to see myself and not be ashamed. It hurts at first, but worth all the pain to see myself and not be ashamed. And I'll brace myself for all this pain, erase myself and start again. And I'll face myself with honesty, erase myself and start again.
Thank you. Again, that one's called Erase Myself, and that was a request from Chad. Chad, thank you for the request. Hope you enjoyed it. Let's catch up with the chat here. If you're just tuning in, don't be shy. Say hello. And if you'd like to make a song request, you can find my songs in the description on YouTube, or if you're watching on Twitch, I posted these songs in the chat there. So, all right. I'm going to post that song is available. If you enjoyed that song, you can find that on Spotify or wherever you like to listen to music. So I'll go ahead and post a link for that. Thanks, guys. Thank you all. Thank you for the kind emojis and such. Let's see here. All right. Yep. Catching up with the chat. Yep. Stan says, me and Kelly were talking about watching it again together. She loved your impressions. Yep. It's for Napoleon Dynamite. So, well, yeah, you guys might have to watch it. So, Todd says, I am you, peace. I'm not sure if I know what you're referencing there. I am you. It might just be slow right now, but let's see here. Stan says, for the, yeah. Stan says, LOL, had to go there, didn't you? Goals. Yeah, well, hey, that's goals for me. Hugh Jackman is ripped man, so, yeah. But, yeah, I wouldn't mind having a little bit of that, so. But yep, Stan says, yeah, pick slide. Yep, kick that one off with the pick slide. Thanks, Todd. Todd says, great sounds. Appreciate that. Chad says, probably my favorite of yours. Well, thank you so much. Yep. Yeah, I'm glad you enjoy that one. And, yep, anytime you want me to play it for you, I'll be sure to pull it out for you. So, Stan says, I'll be Wolverine from the movie Logan, where he's older. Yep. Right, yeah. I think he's still in pretty good shape in that one, too, but, might be a little easier. Yep, thank you all for the kind emojis and such. Adria says, nice job, Napoleon Dynamite Classic. I was the circus ringmaster this year. It was very chilly this year, only 49 degrees on Halloween. Sheesh. Would love to hear A Place to Call Home. All right, yeah, I'll play that one for you, Adria, in just a moment here. So, awesome. Yep, sounds like some good costumes. And yeah, it was pretty cold. I think, what was it? It was either yesterday. I can't remember. For us, Halloween might have been okay, but we've had a pretty cold week. Like today was a little chilly. Yesterday was quite cold. My parents are actually taking a little break, little vacation in Rhode Island right now. They took a train there, and they're going to be back Sunday. But they needed someone to drive them there and then drive the vehicle back. They weren't going to leave the vehicle parked there. So I drove them that morning, and yeah, I remember that it was a particularly chilly morning. So, you know, where I live in Virginia, you kind of get like random bursts of different temperatures. You know, like it'll be cold this week, and then like probably next week or something, it's going to be hot again. But you know, it's kind of like 2 steps forward, 1 step back. But winter is on its way. That is for sure. I love fall, but yeah, winter, you got to bundle up for that. That's for sure. Well. Anyway, if anyone's just tuning in, yep, don't be shy, say hello. I think I'm going to go ahead and play another song here. This was a request from Adria, A Place to Call Home. So, yeah, I'll go ahead and get things set up to play that one for you. Let's see here. This was probably one of my older ones. I wrote this one quite a while back. Yeah, definitely years ago. And, you know, a lot of these songs, some of them, like, you know, I had written them, and then, you know, I didn't really start releasing them as a solo artist. You know, I didn't really begin that till just a couple years ago. But you know, I've been writing music for quite a while. I probably wrote this song, like, back in, like, the early 2010s, you know, maybe 2014 or something like that, maybe around then. I think I might have originally written it maybe a little sooner than that, and then shortly after that, I kind of went back and revisited the lyrics, kind of learning. And I'm always, you know, that's kind of the fun thing about creating is, like, you know, you're always learning. It's always neat to kind of look back and, like, even, again, that's why I'm excited about some of the new songs I'm working on, just because there's always something new to discover, you know, and it's kind of neat to see, like, how, so when you first start writing stuff, it's like, it's so important to you, you know? It's like this probably isn't an accurate statement, but I used to say, like, my songs are like my children. But what I meant by that was that, like, they're just so close to me. They're so important to me. And it's like, you know, you love them all, and you're just, you know, psyched about them and stuff. And now I'm not sure that you can relate a piece of art to an actual human being, but it is amazing how, like, close, you know, like, it's such an expression of you and your feelings and what you're putting into it. And so you almost don't, like, see any flaws in it, you know, when you first kind of make it. And the truth is, like, there's, you know, you can do whatever you want, you know, with art. But it's also true that, you know, certain things are going to be, you know, better received than other things. There are certain things that people like, and certain things that people might not be as interested in, or, you know, might kind of, might disinterest people, you know, might just sort of bore them or push them away and stuff. And so that's been an interesting skill to learn. And also just in myself, just kind of taking note of, like, what I enjoy listening to and consuming, and then trying to kind of create that same experience for, you know, for people who are interested in my music. You know, I want to bring, you know, cool songs to you guys and stuff that you enjoy. So, but yeah, so, yeah, hope you like it. All that to say, this is an old one, but even this one, you know, I think still has, like, some good, little good interjections in it. I think it's got a pretty catchy chorus and stuff. So. Oh, let me get the backing track set up. All right, Adria, this one's for you. This is called A Place to Call Home.
This prison inside of me, concealing what I believe. Potential is obvious, but I'm too scared to set it free. Break down the walls, show me your heart. This is the place where I fall apart. You told me a place to call home, someplace where I would not feel alone. Promised a destiny, but I won't trust what I cannot see. So mother will tuck me in to this coffin and bury me. Break down the walls, show me your heart. This is the place where I fall apart. You told me of a place to call home, someplace where I would not feel alone. You showed me love I never known. You told me of a place to call home. You told me of a place to call home, someplace where I would not feel alone. You showed me love like I never known. You told me of a place to call home.
Thank you. Again, that was A Place to Call Home, and that was requested by Adria. Adria, thank you for the request. Hope you enjoyed it. If anyone liked the song, I'll have a link that I'll post so you can check out the song later and hear it again. Sorry, getting tangled up here. For anyone just tuning in, don't be shy, say hello. Let me know how your week's been. And if you'd like to make a song request, you can find my songs in the description. And yeah, whatever song you'd like me to play, just make a request, and I'll play that song just for you. And here we go. Here is the link for A Place to Call Home. All right, catching up with the chat here. Some hellos. Yep, thank you all for the emojis and stuff. Yeah, thank you. Chad says, this rocks. Appreciate that, man. Thank you. Adri says, love it. Yeah, so awesome. Thank you, guys. Yeah. Stanley says, I love how you guys slide your fretting hand up and down the neck just to land it. Is that a counting thing or regrouping? Let's see. It's there's a little bit of, I mean, yes, there's going to be timing to it. It's kind of just a nice texture, you know, like, yeah, when there's those pauses and then you're kind of coming in, you know, so it's kind of 1, 2, 3, and 4, bump, you know, and it might not be like an exact timing in terms of like, oh, you have to hit this exact mark or you have to go back down, but it's more so like you're filling in, it's more like how much time, like how much space you have to fill. So like so for the intro, 1, 2, 3, and 4, 1, you know, you're just sliding, you're filling in that space, and 4, so and 4, and then on that 1, dun dun, you know, that's when I hit the first actual chord, dun dun, you know, and then yeah, pretty much that same concept, you know, for any other. I'm trying to think if there's another specific slide in that song. I know in the solo, yeah, to be honest, that's just the same timing too. Now, I will say I'm not totally hitting at a random spot. There is like a certain fret that I think sounds good. Like when I start the slide, So it's not just like some off note or something. But again, it almost doesn't matter because you're hitting it so briefly. It's more of a texture than like a specific note or chord or anything. But yeah, there is timing to it. You know, it's a just kind of filling in that space and then just coming in on the chord, you know, when you're out of time, you know, when the time calls for it. So, hey, we got Daniel in the chat. Hey, Daniel, hope you're doing well. Hope you've had a good week, man. You know, how have things been? It's been a good week. Did you do anything special for Halloween? Watch any movies or get any trick-or-treaters at your house? Get to go trick-or-treating, you know, with some family or something, you know. To be honest, I didn't really have much going on with Halloween. You know, my Halloween was pretty much with you guys last week, and then the Halloween special with Chad and Clay and all of them. That was pretty much the extent of my Halloween. And then on Sunday, that evening, our church had an event where the kids got to come dressed up and get candy and play games and stuff like that. And I hung out there for a little bit. But on actual Halloween day, it was pretty much just a normal Tuesday for me. You know, so I think I just recorded vocals that day, which actually I think, I you know. That was actually a very productive day for me. So I got a lot of work done. Got vocals recorded for the next song I'm planning to release, and then I think I watched Dead Silence that evening, and I was asking you guys if y'all watched any scary movies or anything like that. You know, for the month of October, I like to try to watch you know, Halloween themed or spooky themed things, but it's not all necessarily horror movies. Like I watched Casper a while back. I love that movie. It's just a feel good movie. I actually think it's perfect for what it's supposed to be. You know, it's supposed to be like a family friendly. You know, ghost story. It's just a fun family comedy kind of thing. So, and just has like a nice atmosphere, and the music's actually beautiful in it. Like great music, great performances, and I don't know, that's a good one. So I love Casper. And then I watched a few Goosebumps episodes from the '90s. You know, again, yep, that show used to. You know, maybe spook me, you know, freak me out a little bit as a kid, but definitely brings back some nostalgia and stuff. And I don't know if any of you have seen the Haunted Mask episode from Goosebumps. So it's a story about a girl who she's just kind of scared of everything. Like and these boys kind of pick on her, and she, you know, she's always just getting scared easily. And so she wants to scare them back. And so she goes into this store and she's looking for a mask, and she finds these masks in the back. And the owner says that they're not for sale, but she ends up leaving some money and taking one. And it's this very scary mask. But as it turns out, they're haunted masks. And she puts it on, and it starts to become a part of her. Like she can't take it off. So it's actually a pretty, like, you know, cool concept for a story. But so I watched a little bit of Goosebumps. And avoid comments. Casper, the first crush I ever had was Christina Ricci. She's great in the movie. She gives such a good performance, and she was a sweet little girl. I also watched Sleepy Hollow, the Tim Burton Sleepy Hollow, and she is in that as well. It was almost unintentional. Like I knew she was in it, but that wasn't even what put me in the mood. I was in the mood for it, and I was like, I guess I'm on a Christina Ricci, binge right now. You know, so I watched a couple movies with her. I think Todd says, your sound is amazing, Quincy. I'm curious how that happens, but you know, I don't expect you to give your secret away either. Just saying, sounds like a sound studio you're playing in. Well, thank you. I really appreciate that, Todd. And no, I don't have any secrets or anything. To be honest, I can go very deep, you know, with all this. So what's happening? I'm playing directly. So if it sounds like a sound studio, that's probably because I am going direct. You know, I'm not, like, the only mic I'm using right now is this mic, and it's a dynamic microphone, which means, like, you have to be very close to it anyway. Like, it's not picking up a whole lot of the room. You know, it's just picking up whatever's going directly into it. So you get a very dry signal. Now, when my tracks play, I do have it. So the way this is set up, I'm using a software. It's my recording software, the same software I use for recording songs. It's called Logic Pro. And I've just got my backing tracks on here. I hit play, and it's just a whole timeline with all my songs in order. And some songs I've got little little automations on there, like for my vocals. Like sometimes when my vocals get louder, the volume will actually turn down, but not like super detailed, just like basic. Like, okay, here's a loud section, turn it down. Here's a quiet section, turn it up. So I've got like little automations like that, and I've also got delay on my vocals. So like if I go to a song section, you can hear, hey, like some delay, a little bit of reverb on my voice. So kind of helps it, a little more performance ready, rather than just. But it'd be kind of annoying if I just talk to you guys like this. I mean, maybe y'all would like it. Like, hey, how is everyone? But we'll go back to the dry. I think that's a little more podcast friendly, I guess. Give it a little bit of that vibe. And the way my guitar works, so that's my vocals, and yeah, I've got processing on them. I've got EQ and compression and that kind of thing. And then and my vocals, they're just they're going into a preamp that I have over here. That's going into a compressor, then that's going into my interface, and then that's going into the computer. My guitar is just plugged directly into my interface, so I'm not using a real amp. My guitar's just going plugged in directly, and there are digital amps on my. I don't know how much knowledge you have with like recording software and that kind of lingo, but yeah, basically it's a so I don't know if you're familiar with amp sims, but that's what it is. It's a simulation of an amp. It's just like a digital amp. It's like it's software. So it distorts my guitar, and then there's a software speaker that it sends the speaker through and gives you that kind of that nice guitar tone. And so I was able to make my electric guitar tone in here, and then I'm just playing with a backing track. Like even the song I just played, like I'll play it real quick. This is just the backing track. You can hear. Now I will say, so real quick, I'm going to play that again. Not every backing track is equal. So this is a song I've released, and when I first released this song, I recorded background vocals for it. So you can actually hear background vocals there. But yeah, if I just play the backing track, it's just the drums, the bass, and the other guitar panned to the left speaker. And then my guitar is panned to the right, and my guitar is turned up just a little bit louder, like than you would hear in a normal mix, just so I stick out a little bit. And then my vocal, because the main thing I'm trying to highlight here is obviously like my vocals and my guitar, and then the backing track is just to support that. But yeah, there's some harmonies in there and stuff, and yeah, so I pretty much I just hit play, and then I play along. And so if I my guitar, if I strum on it, yeah, you can hear it coming through. I've just got the volume turned down on it right now. So so hopefully that kind of gives you an idea of how all that is set up and how all that works. But let's see here. Chad watched Addams Family. I'm not sure how many different iterations of that there are now, because I think there was a show at some point, and then there were movies and stuff. Or unless you're saying, I think Christina Ricci is in Addams Family, so maybe that's what you're saying. Then watch, maybe you're telling development to do that. Yeah, I think she's a character in Addams Family. I haven't seen it, but I'm guessing that's what his suggestion there is. So, let's see here. Daniel says, I've been binge watching BuzzFeed Unsolved Mysteries. Yeah, those can be kind of interesting. Any particular ones that stuck out to you, or have they just kind of been, all pretty amusing, Stan says, gotta cut out, man. You rock. Love you, brother. Love you too, Stan. Hope you're doing well. And yeah, I'm sure I'll see you a little bit tomorrow. But yeah, always appreciate you stopping by. Take care, man. Daniel says, when I record, I go straight into my mic as an audio interface, and then use software to record from that. During recording, no other sounds will be picked up unless I turn on the top mic. I gotcha. Yeah. Yeah. There's definitely there's definitely more than one way to do it. And that's just the great thing about so much equipment and gear is just whatever works best for your particular scenario. So that's pretty cool, Daniel. That's That's a pretty cool process right there. I almost wouldn't mind even like seeing that or something, you know. So thanks for sharing that. Chad was saying I've been watching Ghost Hunters. That's pretty cool. I feel like I remember like staying up late at my friend's house and kind of watching those, like, you know, going to sleep. So, you know, something that was fun to watch before going to bed, you know. Todd says, "Great work, Quincy. Thank you." Yeah, my pleasure. Yeah, hope that made sense, and yeah, and thank you for commenting on it. You know, if you have any more questions, you know, music related or software related or whatever it might be, just let me know, and I'll do my best to answer them. So I think I'm going to play a few more songs here. We had another request. Let me scroll back up and see what it was real quick. But if anyone else, if you're just tuning in, don't be shy, say hello. And if you've got a request, yeah, just let me know. You can find my list in the description on YouTube. And whichever song of mine you'd like me to play, just leave a request, and I will play that song just for you. So let me go back up here. I think, well, no, A Place to Home might have been the last one. So I think that was the last request we received so far. Double checking, but yep, if anyone else has a request, just let me know, and I'll play it for you. I might take like 2 more requests or something, and then I'm probably am going to have to put a wrap on this stream, but I definitely appreciate you guys tuning in. And yeah, I missed this, but Stan was commenting saying that he was peanut butter for Halloween, and so I think his wife was jelly. Daniel said, didn't really do much with Halloween, just sat back and relaxed. Exhausted today, though. Been a long day. Well, Daniel, if there's a song I can play for you so that you can relax, just let me know what you'd like to hear, and I'll play something. I think it's so awesome. You do it on bass and guitar. Yep, sorry, just catching up. I think I had missed a few, a few comments in the chat here, so catching up with all that. Oh, we got Dom in the chat. Hey, Dom, hope you're doing well. Yep, hello. Dom, if you or anyone, if you've got a request and you'd like me to play a song for you, just let me know what you'd like to hear, and I'll play it just for you. Jack says, I got to head out, but great stream, Quincy. Jack, always appreciate you tuning in. Yep, hope you're feeling better, and yeah, get some good rest tonight, and yep, I'll see you around. Yep, take care. Cool. So yeah, I'm probably going to take like maybe 2 more requests, and then I think I'm going to be wrapping things up for myself. But yeah, so if anyone has a request, a song of mine, you can find my songs in the description, and whichever song of mine you'd like to hear, just let me know, and I'll play it just for you. Daniel asks, Into the Unknown, has it been played yet? It has not been played yet, so I will play that one just for you. So yep, here we go. For anyone who doesn't know, this is this is my cover from the song from Frozen 2, Into the Unknown. The story behind this, my brother wanted to go see the movie but didn't want to go by himself, so I went to see the movie with him in theaters. And I was familiar with, what was the other one? Let It Go. And so I figured there was going to be like a big, you know, hit song in this, and but I wasn't thinking like cover or anything like that. I was anticipating it, but I didn't have any plans to do a cover of it. But you know, the song came on, and I was kind of just patting on my lap and sort of tapping my feet, sort of drumming along with it. I have a tendency to add like metal drums to everything I listen to, so even if it's like a completely other genre of music, like I'll still play like a metal drummer, you know, to that style of music. And then the smallest thought came into my mind. I thought, you know, this could be a metal song. And at first I was pretty resistant. I was like, no, that's going to be so gimmicky. I don't want to do that, you know. But then I thought, well, let me like play around with it. And if I legitimately like the idea I come up with, then maybe I'll go through with it. And I thought it came out pretty cool. You know, if I'm being honest, you know, like I'm not very, you know, egotistical with my music or anything like that, but I think it works better as a metal song than the original arrangement, you know. So I was pretty pleased with how the arrangement came out. So here we go. This is Into the Unknown. This is a request from Daniel. I'll go ahead and play it for you, and hope you like it.
can hear you, but I won't. Some look for trouble, while others don't. There's 1,000 reasons I should go about my day and ignore your whispers, which I wish would go away. Oh. Whoa. You're not a voice, you're just a ringing in my ear. And if I heard you, which I don't, I'm spoken for, I fear. And everyone I've ever loved is here within these walls. I'm sorry, secret siren, but I'm blocking out your calls. I've had my adventure, and I don't need something new. I'm afraid of what I'm risking if I follow you into the unknown. Into the unknown. Into the unknown. What do you want? 'Cause you've been keeping me awake. Are you here to distract me so I make a big mistake? Or are you someone out there who's a little bit like me? Knows deep down I'm not where I'm meant to be. Every day's a little harder as I feel my power grow. Don't you know there's part of me that longs to go into the unknown. Into the unknown. Into the unknown. Whoa. Are you out there? Do you know me? Can you feel me? Can you show me? Are you going? Don't leave me alone. How do I follow you into the unknown?
Thank you. Again, that was my cover of Into the Unknown. That was a request from Daniel. Daniel, thanks for the request. And that song is available on Spotify or Apple Music or wherever you like to listen to music. So I'll post a link for that if you'd like to check it out again. Here we go. All right. Okay. Dom was saying, for Halloween, I went as 70s dad. I walked around smoking with a glass of scotch and yelled at my kids. Yeah, I'm sure they enjoyed that costume. So, but hope you got some good candy treats. I know last week we did a bracket for the best candy. I don't know if you all saw what won that. I think the winner was I think it was the Crunch Bar. I think the Crunch Bar made it through all the way to the top. So, which I think was a pretty solid choice. Surprisingly, I couldn't find a Crunch Bar, at the church event I was at. So I still need to get my hands on a Crunch Bar. I did find some Twix, so those were pretty good. That's a personal favorite of mine. And there were a couple other good ones that I tried. Daniel, I still need to try your microwave trick. I can't remember if there was a specific candy bar you wanted me to try that with, but I know, and I can't remember how long. It's only like 5 seconds or something, right? Is it more or less, something like that? But the microwave trick, and I also took note of the cherry mash or something like that. I wrote it down. So I've got. I don't know about you guys. I like to make lists. It's just like I have lists for everything. I guess I have a lot of thoughts, and so it's like if I want to remember something, I want to have a place where I can look it up. So on my computer, I've got like just a bunch of notes, and I've got lists for like random things. I've actually got a list called things, and it's just a bunch of like just random stuff. And there is a candy bar list on there, and so little candies that I want to try and stuff. And it's not something that I engage in a lot, so it might sound weird that I have a candy bar list. But again, it's not like I'm eating candy bars all the time. So it's more so to remind me that if I ever get around to it, if I ever say like, I'm going to treat myself to a candy bar today, like a little something to tell me what to try out. So we'll see. Daniel says, thanks, Quincy. Yep, my pleasure. Says, yes, try with the Snickers for 7 or 8 seconds, and the cherry mash for 6 to 7 seconds. Gotcha. So, yep, very cool. Yep, looking forward. I should be able to. I might even have some Snickers at the house. So we shall see how that goes. But one other thing we were talking about. So we are, Halloween is past, and now we're getting close to Thanksgiving. That's kind of coming up. So I don't know if any of you guys have any exciting plans, or if you got any favorite Thanksgiving meals, or I say meals, Thanksgiving dishes. Certain specific foods or desserts that you're looking forward to. For me, to be honest, Thanksgiving has always been a little bit of I don't want to say a challenge, but an exercise for me, because I'm a bit introverted. I'm not the most like social person, so sometimes what happens, I think I get a little overwhelmed sometimes in like when I see a lot of people, and it's not like a group of people, but when it's a group of family, like a bunch of people I know, and I'm just like, who do I talk to, And so, I think for a lot of years, like growing up, I had a tendency to kind of stick to myself. It was easy when I had like just my immediate friends, my cousins that were my age and stuff. But, and for whatever reason, it's always a little bit of an exercise for me to kind of learn that. But the past few years, I've been sort of working on that, of just kind of being a bit more comfortable and trying to make an effort to like just talk with someone, connect with someone. And it really is nice. It is a nice thing to do. It takes a little bit of effort on my part, but I do enjoy it when I try to, step out of myself and just kind of like connect with someone, So, yeah, so maybe that can be encouragement to some of you guys if Thanksgiving's coming up and you're not really looking forward to seeing a bunch of people, but just kind of try to find something to connect with. Just try to be friendly, and it usually makes the day a bit more enjoyable. We got Gary Hubbs in the chat. Hey Gary, hope you're doing well. I think I'm going to take maybe one more request, maybe two if there's enough, but I've been taking song requests. So if you or someone else watching has a song request that you'd like to hear, you can find my songs in the description on YouTube, and whichever song of mine you'd like to hear. I don't mind replaying, but some people have heard some. So we've done. I just did Into the Unknown. I've done Erase Myself. I've done A Place to Call Home. I've done Move On. I've done For You, and there might be one more that I did. And I did Say That It's Over. So I have done quite a bit. So yeah. So I am looking. Todd asks, what is your latest original, Quincy? Your amazing work is impressive. Well, thank you so much. So my most recent release is actually a softer song. So, if you like kind of the heavier stuff, it does build up. It does get, a little heavier near the bridge, but I put out a song called Love's Not Fair, and I can play it for you if you'd like to hear it. But it was actually an acoustic track. So I released it a few months ago. It's primarily acoustic, and then the rest of the band kind of gradually comes in. Like you'll hear the electric guitar come in the second verse, and then during the bridge, it kind of starts to build, and then eventually the full band comes in. And then what happened was I had released that song, and I was trying to release a new song, but I was having trouble with the lyrics, and a little too much time was getting away from me, and I just... I'm trying to be like consistent with releasing new things. So actually a couple weeks ago, I released just a stripped down version of this song. So it's another version of Love's Not Fair where it's just the vocal and the acoustic. It was well received. I shot a video for it, and I was actually really happy with how the video came out. I thought it came out looking pretty good. And thank you. Yeah, Chad says Love's Not Fair is great. Well, thank you so much. And Chad also says, if no person requests, I request Wait It Tomorrow. Well, if you guys would like, if no one else has a specific request, I can do my latest original, which was Love's Not Fair, and then maybe close things out with Wait It Tomorrow. Yeah, I think that'd be good. Todd says, of course, let's hear it, Quincy, if you're ready. Yep, I can do that one. Let me think. Yeah, I'll do Love's Not Fair, and then I'll do Wait It Tomorrow for you, Chad, and then we'll I think that will be a wrap for the stream. But I'll have to get my guitar tuned in standard real quick, so just give me a second here. Now, I will say, yeah, I'm working on some new songs. Again, I got another song I'm planning to release soon. And, yeah, been doing some recording these past couple weeks. Okay. Yeah, been doing some recording, and yeah, so working on my next song to release, and been trying to write some new songs, because like I said, if I can get a song written, then I can record like a demo for it, and still be able to perform the song for you guys. So I am hoping to have like some actual like new songs that you guys haven't heard yet. Some completely new songs. But and of course, anyone new tuning in, then these songs might be new to you anyway. So that's great. I'm glad. I definitely appreciate having new people coming by and having to get familiar with my catalog. So that's great. But always trying to bring new songs for you guys. With that said, though. I did intend to release acoustic versions of these songs. Like, primarily they're going to be, metal, but I have other acoustic versions for songs. Like even I played a couple songs I played today. I played A Place to Call Home and For You, and I've got versions of those songs specifically written for the acoustic guitar. Now, I haven't recorded them yet, so I've only performed them live, but yeah, still planning. Thought that'd be a nice little... a little bonus thing, just kind of having other versions of songs that you guys might be familiar with. So, but here we go. This one goes out to you, Todd. This is Love's Not Fair. Hope you like it. One second. Sorry, just had like a total, yeah, my bad. Here we go.
Staring at my own reflection through shattered bits of glass, showing me the perfect picture of who I really am. But when you look at me, you never turn away, kneeling next to me and picking up the pieces. Why do you care? I know I'm undeserving of the love that you have chosen to share. It's just not fair. I am such a useless failure, fallen to the ground. Every effort that I muster is never good enough. But when you look at me, standing next to me and holding out your hand, why do you care? I know I'm undeserving of chosen to share. It's just not fair. If I take just one moment away from my self-loathing, then maybe I would notice that I'm not meant to be broken. If I take just one moment away from my self-loathing, then maybe I would notice that I'm not meant to be broken. So stop beating up myself. You took the punishment yourself, and it's just foolish pride to think that I could ever hurt myself enough to cover what I've done. I could cut myself dry, and it still would never be enough. It makes no sense at all. Why do you care? I know I'm undeserving of the love that you have chosen to share. It's just not fair. But love isn't fair. In spite of all I am, you chose to die for me, and that isn't fair. But love's not fair. There you go, Todd. Thanks for the request. Again, that one was called Love's Not Fair, and there's actually 2 versions of that available on Spotify or wherever you like to listen to music. You can find the version that you just heard, that's kind of the original band version. And then there's a stripped-down version, just the vocals and the acoustic guitar. And if you haven't seen the video for that one, definitely check it out. You can find that on my YouTube channel. All right, guys. I'm going to play one more song for Chad in a moment here, and then I think we're going to put a wrap to all of this. But I definitely appreciate you all hanging out with me. I'm going to catch up with the chat here in just a moment, and yeah, let's see what's going on in the chat. Okay, yep, got some. Thanks, Chad. Yeah, Chad says such great vocals. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. I've been that really does mean a lot, just because I wasn't like born with like good vocals, you know. Like I had to practice really hard to get better at singing, and it's been quite a bit of a learning experience. I've always loved singing, but it wasn't like something that just came naturally. You know, some people, especially again, I grew up in a big family. I've got 3 brothers and 3 sisters. You know, with mom and dad, there's 9 of us in all, and we're a pretty musical family. And a lot of my siblings have like such great singing voices, and like I could sing okay, but I just wasn't very consistent. You know, like some days were good, some weren't, and so I've had to work very hard for my vocals. So thank you so much, Chad. That means it just means a lot to know that like, you know, something I've been working really hard to get better at, that other people are appreciating it. And so I really appreciate that. Thank you. Adria says, chugging the water to sugar detox over here. Can't wait for Thanksgiving. Bring on the turkey bird and pie. Sounds great tonight, Quincy. Well, thank you so much, Adria. Appreciate that. And yeah, excited for you and your Thanksgiving plans in the family. And yeah, I don't know if are you planning to travel, or are you having family come over? Is it a bit of both? I'm pretty sure, like, you know, sometimes like we'll celebrate like an immediate kind of dinner with
my immediate family, and then we'll have like extended family coming out, and usually we can have a pretty big gathering at the house. It's usually around like 100 people or something like that. So more or less, but yeah, pretty big families. Thanks, Todd. Todd says, I agree, Chad. His range is unbelievable. Well, thank you. I mean, that's really kind of you to say. Thank you, Quincy. That opens with some great majestic and a mellow. Well, my pleasure, and yeah, thank you so much for the kind words. I really appreciate that. Let me post a link for that song. I forgot to grab that one. Just a moment here. So, I think the link is. I need to update. Like I've got a list here of links to copy and paste, and so I think the link just takes you to the normal version of the song. But if you find my music, it shouldn't be hard to find. The acoustic version is the most recent release. I just released that a couple weeks ago. I did the acoustic version. So yeah, there we go. Awesome. Well, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I'm going to play one more song in just a moment here, but just so you all know, I certainly appreciate y'all hanging out. If you'd like to support me and help me in my music, I'm going to post a link here for a gift shop I have. Now, I don't have a whole lot of gifts yet. There's a few things to check out. I don't have any merch or anything like that, but there are a few ways you can support me with that link there for my gift shop. So one, there is a send love jar or a virtual tip jar, and so I certainly appreciate anything you can send and support me. That means a lot. My biggest goal right now is building an audience. So one of the biggest ways you can help me is signing up for my email list. Again, if you click that same link, you'll find a section where you can sign up for my email list. This allows me to notify you whenever I've got a new song release, whenever I'm going live, and just kind of keep you up to date and posted with all my music and stuff. So if you want to stay kind of in the loop and kind of be notified whenever I've got new songs coming out and that kind of thing, definitely sign up for my email list. And in general, just sharing my music, inviting people to the streams, sharing my videos, liking, subscribing, all that stuff really helps. And thanks, Chad. Chad says also tomorrow is Bandcamp Friday. Yeah, thank you for pointing that out. Yes, I do have a Bandcamp. And Bandcamp Friday is a special day of the month, each month, where if you were to purchase a song of mine from Bandcamp Friday, or on Bandcamp Friday, then I get to keep all the all. What's the word I'm looking for? All the revenue from that. Usually on any other day, Bandcamp, they'll take a split or a share from the revenue that's made from a certain purchase. But Bandcamp Friday allows the artists to keep the full revenue. So if you're interested in supporting me and you'd like to download some of my tracks, you can definitely do that. You can actually find my Bandcamp on that same link that I posted. If you go there, there should be a link in that for my music, and it'll show you Spotify, Bandcamp, all the places. And if you go to Bandcamp, my songs are available. If you'd like to download them for free, you're certainly welcome to. But if you'd like to support me and get something back, you can pay whatever price you'd like, and sounds like tomorrow would be a good day to do that. So thanks, Chad. Thanks for bringing that up. Clay says you're welcome to a spot for November's block party as well. Well, thank you. I'll let me kind of see what I got going on and stuff, and maybe I'll touch base with you guys about that. I do know. I certainly enjoy the block parties. I do, want to make sure like others can be involved in them too. I don't want to be like taking up another artist spot each time, but definitely appreciate you extending the invite to me, Clay. So thank you so much. So, but anyway, guys, yep, those are a few ways you can support me. Whether the virtual tip jar, Bandcamp Friday, or signing up for my email list. And I do appreciate that, guys. Thank you so much. I got one more song for you all. This one is for Chad. I got to tune again, real quick. But so this song, which Chad, I'm actually kind of curious. I think I sent you a link for the EP that this song comes from. So this is a song that I had with my band back in the day. Used to have a band back in the early 2010s. We were called At War With Myself, and it was fun. It was just me and some friends, and we getting tuned here. yeah, me and some friends, and we played a few live shows, wrote some songs together, and we put out an EP. And it kind of stinks because we were actually getting some pretty good traction from it, but we just it was just one of those things, like, you know, my friends were kind of doing it just for fun. They didn't really have, like, you know, real ambitions for it. Like me, I remember even saying, like, you know, we're just doing it for fun, and if something comes out of it, cool, but if not, you know, no big deal. But the truth is, I secretly wanted it to work out. Like, I wanted it to succeed. And what I've since learned is, like, if you're going to try to have a career in music, like, you got to be very intentional about what you do. You can't just, like, mess around and be like, oh, I hope something works. You know, it's like, you've got to be pretty intentional with what you're doing. And so, and, you know, the rest of the guys, like, you know, they enjoyed it, they had fun, but they just didn't have, you know, that's not what they wanted to do with their lives. And there's nothing wrong with that, you know. And so it was still fun. I still have good memories from it. But this was a song from back in the day, you know, back with them. And yeah, it was, I don't know. It was fun playing shows with them. So this is one that I can kind of now in this band. I had a friend who did more of the harsh vocals and stuff. So he would do we kind of followed like a kill switch engage formula, where like he would do the harsh vocals during the verses, and then I would sing during the choruses and stuff. But this is one song that I can kind of perform by myself from that you know, from that project. So yep, this one goes out to you, Chad. This is The Weight of Tomorrow.
Is building, tearing me apart. I'm falling, collapsing. I can't believe that my foundation is breaking. I stand on weathered ground. I'm waiting and praying, and hope can be found. Calm your worried mind. Open up your eyes and suck it up. You've had long enough. My foundation is breaking. I stand on weathered ground. I'm waiting and praying, and hope can be found. Standing all alone, well, it must be hard to hold the weight of tomorrow. Live life today, don't let it fade away. Don't wait for tomorrow. No, it can't be. It's feeling, it's overwhelming me. Will not defeat me. This is not the end. Calm your worried mind. Open up your eyes and suck it up. You've had long enough. Standing all alone, well, it must be hard to hold the weight of tomorrow. Live life today, don't let it fade away. Don't wait for tomorrow. Standing all alone, well, it must be hard to hold the weight of tomorrow. Live life today, don't let it fade away. Don't wait for tomorrow.
Thank you. Again, that was an old song from a band I used to have called At War With Myself. So there is an EP available. If you go to Bandcamp and you look up At War With Myself, yeah, you should be able to find our EP. And that song is available on that, as well as a few other songs. We had 5 songs on that EP. So let me catch up with the chat, and then I think we're going to put a wrap on all of this. But definitely appreciate you guys hanging out. So give me just a second here. But actually kind of appreciate you making that request, because that gives me a little more opportunity to exercise those harsh vocals. You know, I get to work my singing a bit more. Most of my music, I don't have too much of that kind of screaming and stuff, but you know, I definitely have sections of it, and so. Yeah, so a song like this kind of gives me a chance to sort of exercise those a little bit, and so yeah, always appreciate the opportunity for that. All right, yep, catching up with the chat here. Let's see. And yeah, Chad says, yeah, dig your band stuff too. Well, thank you. Yep. If in case you're curious, again, I was pretty pleased with all the songs we came up with, but there's a song on there called "Over Your Shoulder," and that was probably my favorite track that we did. And I think a lot of the other band members really liked that one too. So that was a pretty cool one. I don't know if I could perform that one by myself. Again, out of those songs, The Weight of Tomorrow is kind of the one that works best for, like, oh, I can kind of do it, you know, because there's kind of some singing in the verses and stuff. But yeah, for the most part, yeah, that was a fun project. Those were good times. So. Yeah, thank you all. Yep, thank you, Clay. And yep, fire track. Thanks, Chad. And let's go. Yep, thank you, Gary. Yep. And yeah, thanks, Avoid. Yeah, Avoid says, love this groove. Yeah, there's kind of, these were fun ones to play and show. Again, that band, yeah, we definitely, you know, I definitely had more like breakdowns and like, yeah, those grooves, and you know, definitely that was like the goal, was just like songs with like that kind of drive and stuff, you know, for sure. So. Todd says his tuning is like the beginning of a rock concert. Well, I'm glad you see it that way. Hopefully, it's not like, oh, he's tuning. You know, it's like, you know, at least it kind of maybe brings some anticipation for the song to come. So, yeah, thank you for the fire, guys. Appreciate that. Yep. Thank you for the kind words. Bravo. Yep. Thanks, Chad. Great stream, man. Yeah, thanks for tuning in. Yeah, awesome. Thanks, Adria. Appreciate that. Avoid says, good stuff, Kane. Catch you on the next one. Hey, thanks for tuning in. Thank you for your time, Quincy. Yeah, my pleasure, Todd. Sunshine says, thank you, Quincy. Great love. I had a great time. Hey, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Again, if you'd like to support me, I'll post a link to the gift shop. There we go. And I don't really have much there yet, but there is a virtual tip jar. And if you're not signed up for my email list, you can sign up for my email list there as well. And that way I can notify you whenever I do have new songs coming out, when I'm going live, all that kind of stuff. So keep you in the loop on that. But and then again, my biggest goal right now is just building an audience. So, you know, sharing my music, sharing my videos, liking, subscribing, all that stuff that really helps me out. So, guys, thank you so much for hanging out. I really appreciate it. Real quick, Gary says tuning before a song is better than trying to play through it out of tune. yeah, I would agree with that. Yep. Rather than like, I don't want to tune in front of everyone. It's like, well, it's going to sound better than being out of tune. So, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I'm glad you all enjoyed the stream. And yeah, I hope you all have a wonderful evening or morning, afternoon, night, whatever time it is, wherever you are in the world. Until next time.